Tuesday here on the Roula and Ryan Show. We've always had a variety of things that we've tried, cosmetics and foods and contraptions.
Games.
New
games we want to try.
So these have been sitting around for a while because now we have like a backup of things we want to try. So we're all like in line to try and put our things in line.
We're like all the airplanes yesterday.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah. You're trying to fly in or out all the airplanes.
Go.
Okay, so these chips are chips that Ryan has brought to us from his childhood.
Yeah.
So they've been around for a while.
I was born in, I grew up in a town called Montours. In a manger, yes. I'm 2,000 plus years old now. It's called Middleswarth, and I got them in Pennsylvania. So you can get them on Amazon, and it's a really big bag.
The bag looks
you
crazy.
Get your money.
And Middleswarth is spelled with an A, not worth, like Worth. Middleswarth.
So I understand what you mean, like stuff that you grew up with.
Nostalgic.
Every food, every town has got their own regional delicacies. I think that these are the best potato chips ever.
Now, did you buy different flavors?
3 different flavors. We're going to start with the original, okay?
And Sam's had this before, right?
Yes,
Sam
I love
them.
these chips.
They're
so
great.
good. They're so good. I think the plain is pretty basic. Like if you put that in front of me and then maybe not a Lay's because I think the crunch is a little bit different. I couldn't tell the difference.
Oh my God.
But like the barbecue and you did what?
The sour cream and onion.
Oh yes.
The sour cream and onion's the bomb.
So can you put them all on the plate together?
Like they're just
we open them all?
so good.
I think you should start with a regular because if you eat the flavored ones, you won't fully
They
enjoy
look like the fake chips you see in movies, like the bag.
They're big.
Yeah,
Well,
the bag is like super old school.
There's no
Right, it
colors.
looks like a gardening soil bag.
It does,
Yeah.
100%,
It has
Kevin.
a resealable pouch, which is cool.
Yeah, it is definitely not a traditional chip
tastes-
bag.
They've got they're kind of oily.
It tastes like potato sticks.
Not at all, because usually with Lay's, you kind of feel like you see a sheen on
You ever
them.
get those potato sticks that were in a can?
Yes.
Right.
They had like a grease to them.
Yeah, it tastes like potato
They're
sticks.
really thin. Like they're thin chips.
But
You like?
They're
This
not
tastes
super
like
crispy.
Lay's potato
I
chips.
wouldn't
No, they
seek
don't.
it out.
They don't taste like Lay's.
That does not taste like
Lay's
a
is
Lay's.
no.
more
No.
sweeter. These are more potato-y.
They
This one
taste
is
like
not
straight up
getting me.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can taste the potato. All right.
I think Sam ruined me when she said they're basic, because as soon as I tasted it, I was like, okay,
They're
let me have a
basic,
flavor.
yeah.
They leave a slick on your tongue, like a
Do they?
like when you eat a grocery store cupcake that's made with that fake icing.
No.
They leave that slick
You're
on
such
your
a
tongue.
liar.
The crunch factor of it is not strong in your mouth when you.
How much did it cost to get the this
$30
bag?
for the 3 of them.
Whoa,
Really?
$10 a
$10.
bag.
I mean, they're
But
huge
that bag
bags.
is big. Okay,
They're
let me
huge.
try the
12
flavored
ounce.
one, see if,
All right,
it,
here
if it
comes,
hits different.
Up next is the sour cream and onion. This is the one that we always loved as kids.
So
Yep.
Middleswarth chips from Ryan's childhood. So we have a peek inside Ryan's childhood.
Like I
right
said,
now.
you can go to Amazon. You can get them for
What's
like
weird is
And they
jumbo
don't look
bag
any
for
different than the
$9.
plain
Yeah.
ones. They don't have any green specks on them like you'd think
No.
sour cream and onion chips do.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some after effect in my mouth from that original potato chip,
Right?
like Kevin said.
All right. Sam, you like the sour
Put it
cream?
on your butt or something? It smells weird.
What is it? It smells weird, you said?
What?
Of course.
It's just musky.
Oh my God.
It's the smell of sour cream and onion chips.
It is.
Yeah.
This
It
is-
just tastes like the onion dip powder on this.
That one's
So
good.
they're not totally up.
I'm not,
I
if you
enjoy
don't like these
more.
ones, I'm going to be shocked.
Ahmad?
The sour cream and onion are better than plain for sure.
They're
Like-
so good.
They need salt.
Hairy pig's feet, and you thought those were
They,
good.
these taste like chips.
Y'all are
Yeah.
hating so hard.
Oh, my God.
There's nothing
I feel like
special.
Lay's is
gosh.
crunchier or crispier.
I think it's just your memories.
These
you guys
don't hit
think
as
about
hard.
when you used to be on your little
Yeah.
bike.
No.
With
I
your car.
get it. And I get that, but it's
Let me
just
try
chips.
barbecue.
It doesn't really stand out to me.
Yeah.
And they don't look so.
love
They
these.
don't look. I agree with Ahmad. They almost look like TV potato chips on a plate
Yeah.
They're like albino.
that they sat out too long or something, and they almost look like they're paper.
Okay,
Here, Sam,
if
can
we're
you
gonna do
use it?
East Coast chips, then I'm gonna bring in some hers.
Some
They have
herbs.
hers at when I go to Galveston, Jamaica Beach.
see
there's a
hers.
Circle K. They have
now
hers
the
chips
barbecue.
there.
If
What?
you don't
How
like
do you
it,
get
these
that?
are the
In
barbecue.
Jamaica Beach, there's a Circle K.
I can't believe
They've
it.
got hers chips. HERRS.
Well,
Now, these
I will
look
eat all
different.
your chips.
Okay,
Yeah,
these
you
have
can
a
have
nice
these are the
little-
ones that Sam's excited
They're
about. The
very-
barbecue.
They're very orangey.
And these bags for sure are like fertilizer bags.
They are.
These are classic. This has been the style for years, like ever since I was a child. We always did pizza night on Fridays and then Middleswarth barbecue chips.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try the barbecue.
We were poor, so we just had it was a yellow
Oh,
bag.
this
that
was a
said-
delicacy.
chips.
Eric.
Chips.
I mean, we had to beg our
It says
parents.
there's an A in our name and an A quality in our product that will put
Yeah.
a smile on your face with every bite. Let's see.
All right, go for the barbecue.
Okay, I like
One of
these.
Oh,
These have
now
a different
you like
flavor
them?
profile.
Now you're on the
They're
bandwagon.
pretty good. There's a little
This
bit
barbecue
of a,
flavor is definitely different than what I've tasted before. But
Yes.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that is good.
It has like a little bit of zing at the end.
It's
Yeah.
so good. The
There's a
barbecue's my
zing.
fave. Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, I gotta go back.
those
to
are the
sour
best.
It goes
cream.
well with pizza. I
I
don't
don't
even
know.
like
We always
barbecue
got this
chips.
with pizza.
They're good.
Pass him, Kev.
The barbecue's
No,
good
hold up.
Dying
I'm gonna have
over
to leave
here.
a few more.
because it's not too barbecue-y. Like they
Yeah.
put too much.
Not overwhelming.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
That
like,
one has a zing at the end.
Yeah,
I like that.
I can see people like it, but
All right, so we say barbecue is the winner,
so
right?
Irvin, you've been
Yeah.
filming all this. Did you try any? What'd you like?
So the Lay's, not the Lay's,
I'm telling you.
the regular ones remind me. Do you remember? They were like chip-like, but they came in a can,
It's the can, the potatoes.
and
Yeah.
they had a yellow top on them. That's
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
taste like.
you know
No.
the potato
That was
sticks.
It's like
Planters.
potato
Potato
skins. I
sticks.
Yeah,
think.
they still
Sticks. Yeah.
they have on
Exactly
the
that.
bottom shelf of the grocery store still.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they taste like.
But it was in a potato chip form. Instead
Yeah.
of
Right, so
potato
the stick
sticks.
form.
Yeah.
And also, those sticks are the ones that are like the star of the butterscotch haystacks at Halloween. Do you know this? You take those potato sticks out of the can and you melt butterscotch drops. And you put them together and you pile them on wax paper until they turn into these hardened clusters of
Oh, I don't know about
haystacks.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
When I was a
butterscotch
kid,
is like
somebody
not
in my class
favorite.
would bring those every year, and it's like one of those Try It Tuesdays, like potato and butterscotch. You would never think it tastes good, and it
Yeah, the
does.
hers is a
I'd be
Dollar
into
Tree.
that.
People are saying the one that Kevin likes.
By the way, I do have a mystery bag of chips out there I got from the Asian market.
Oh, no. I'm
no,
not.
no, no.
These are so delicious. Thank you, Ryan, for
And,
these.
and
Yeah, you can take them home.
Yes!
Does it bring back memory? Did you have any of these this
when you were a
weekend?
kid,
No, we didn't do Middleswarth. My mom's listening. Text me, Mom. Which one do we do? COD? COD?
I didn't realize you guys have so many different
you know
chips.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're real crispy.
No, I don't remember
yeah. What
those
do we
ones.
have down here? What's Lay's?
We had Utz
We have
and hers.
Yeah, what's
we
it?
have Frito Lay's. What else we have?
We used to have.
What's our Texas chip?
rods. What was
There's no Texas
Oh,
chip.
yeah.
We have the,
Is there?
what is the
No,
one?
we have Pringles.
What's
We
the
have
one where we
Lay's.
have
What's the one
where
with
it's
the kettle
got
chips? What's the one with the
We
kettle
have,
chips?
crazy Cajun one? Oh God,
Zapp's.
really
Zapp's.
good.
Oh,
Zapp's.
Zapp's. Yeah.
Zapp's.
But is that
Zapp's.
really? I thought that was
That's
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
That's not a
yeah.
Houston thing, but we got
But it's
that.
big here.
That's big.
Yeah,
here.
they are big here. Yeah.
Zapp's
I mean,
is
we
good.
don't have like a Texas potato chip. Like you guys on the East Coast are like, oh, we have these and these and these.
Yeah.
do
I
we
don't
have
think we have like a
Buc-ee's-
Texas
Buc-ee's
potato
chips?
chips.
Does Buc-ee's have one?
I mean, Buc-ee's is like a store franchise, but that's not like a brand where people bought Buc-ee's chips in the grocery store for their school snacks.
True,
You know, you have to
true.
go to Buc-ee's to buy the Buc-ee's brand of chips. When I was growing up, it was Wise.
Cape Cod. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
Cape Cod, we have that here.
Cape Cod. That's that's kind
Costco.
of our
Kettle cooked.
Yes.
Cape Cod.
Costco
Yes.
has those.
Oh, what are we thinking? We have
The big bag, yeah.
Texas style. That brand, you'd recognize it when you saw it. Texas style chips.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We have
I
those
didn't grow up
here.
with that. I mean, I didn't buy those.
I don't think I've ever tasted
You
them.
can get
but
those
yeah.
at HEB.
I just grew up with Fritos in my bologna sandwich at school.
So I just put
Squish them in there.
Manufacturers of
I just put
No.
potato chips.
Yes.
Oh no!
You never had a bologna sandwich with Fritos smashed
I
in
don't
there?
like bologna.
Well, I don't like it either anymore. But when I was in third grade, I ate it.
I would take
Absolutely
bologna,
not.
I'd fold it in half and bite it, and then make a circle in the middle, and then put my finger, whip it around.
Twist it.
We're gonna make our childhood school lunch.
I'd eat the hot dogs cold, and I'd eat the skin off
Okay.
it and wrap it around. and
What
then
is bologna made out of? What is
I
the
don't know.
animal?
Animal
the
parts.
bologna. You don't know about the bologna?
Whatever they
Wild
swept
bologna?
up on the floor of the factory.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just like
Scrap.
spam.
No, there's like scrapple.
No,
Not
spam
the
is
jelly.
good.
No,
Scrapple
it's
mine
not.
is jelly.
No spam.
Scrapple is
the
nasty.
Where it is. It's just all the
Bologna
stuff.
is commonly made of beef, pork, turkey, and chicken all mixed together.
Oh,
It's finely
God.
ground
It's good.
Paste.
and stuffed into
You
a
ever
case.
fry it on a pan? You can also make cups too. In the oven, they'll make a cup, and you put mashed potatoes in it.
It's basically all the leftovers.
Real story.
Sounds so nasty.
There
So white
is
trash,
a
I love it.
fried bologna sandwich. I got to look on their menu and see if they still have it. But State of Grace on Westheimer across from Lamar High School.
They do thick
State of
ones.
Grace is a restaurant, and they had a fried bologna sandwich on their lunch menu.
Really?
And I went there one time with somebody who was connected to the restaurant, and he said, just stand by. I just want you to try it. And I was
It
like,
looks fancy.
That's not something that
place
I would
looks
order.
Fancy.
It
I
is.
wouldn't
They
expect
ordered,
that.
yes, and they ordered the fried bologna sandwich, Ahmad. We cut it into 3 pieces, and I took a bite of the fried bologna sandwich, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what just happened to me.
No,
It's real.
It's too gelatinous.
Honey,
Those that thick stuff.
when a
is good.
fancy restaurant puts that up together, you have a bite, and you are happy with that bite. Should I take you there?
Oh,
Have
here's
you
how they
tried?
make it, by the way.
don't.
I got you your answer. Most of it's made, most of it's pork, but it's smoked and seasoned with black pepper, myrtle berries, nutmeg,
The hell's a myrtle berry?
allspice, celery seed, and
So it's
coriander.
just a bunch of spices to keep it from poisoning you, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, not from poisoning you. It
I
just
don't know.
flavors
I mean,
it.
Obviously, bologna
I think the
still
presentation
lives.
of your potato chips are dreadful.
It's a
presentation.
Yeah.
It's like we're on chalk
Just the way you look at it.
It's just a paper plate.
It doesn't make
with
you
a paper potato on it.
It's not very appetizing.
Barbecue
But
was
the
the
barbecue
best.
was better than like the Lay's.
It's a
barbecue
very
and
different hit of a barbecue
Barbecue's real
spice
good.
than I'm
Yeah.
used to. That's why
It's on the back end.
Yeah.
And,
and it has
lighter.
that spice on the like the little heat on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I should
think-
put
I like
one on
that.
a silver tray.
I think I like this.
Potato chips.
No, I mean, there's nothing you could do. I mean, I'm saying
Yeah.
the color of it. You look at it and you think,
They're pale.
Yeah.
They're just
Suntan.
very thin chips. They're not the ruffles. They're
You
just
can
Somebody said
basic.
fried
chips.
bologna with grape jelly. Are you for real?
Oh,
God.
Oh,
enough.
no.
Enough.
man, it sounds one of my neighbors in the trailer park I used to live by.
Yeah.
That's what they eat.
Tuesday.
I mean,
know.
you think, Eric, we should let them try our concoction that we separately, as children in 2 different states, were eating at the same time and didn't know it.
I would do bologna with either potato chips crunched in, or I would use Miracle Whip.
No, you're a ketchup cheese
You're a
snack.
Miracle
Oh, my
Whip
ketchup
kid.
one? Yeah, Miracle Whip. I haven't had Miracle Whip since I was like,
No, that's not the snack I was talking about.
I don't even know what it tastes like anymore. It's
No,
been so long.
Eric
It's
would take
too
a
sweet.
cracker.
Yeah, I take crackers.
Uh-huh.
I take American cheese, the singles, and I'd make it into fourths, and it'd fit perfectly on the cracker. Take a dab of ketchup, another piece of cracker, and eat it like a
So
sandwich.
little chunky Eric in Illinois was doing that, and little chunky Roula in Houston was putting a cracker with some shredded cheddar cheese from the baked potatoes that you
'Cause you
get
had
in
it
restaurants
that. I
because
didn't
we're at
have
the
that.
restaurant. And instead of ketchup, I would use cocktail sauce, and I would eat that, and I thought it was
That'd be
amazing.
spicy.
We would do saltines with
Cocktail
just
sauce
butter
with
on
cheddar
them.
cheese and crackers. It's
I
the
do like
stupidest
cheese and
combination,
crackers,
but it was
but-
so good.
And I wonder why I
Okay,
was
okay.
chubby because I ate those biscuits, Pillsbury, and I'd eat all 10. I'd do 5 with
You ate all
butter,
10?
5 with butter, and 5 with grape jelly. And I'd watch Out of This World TV and Small Wonder.
What would
I
you
can make a
drink?
biscuit
That's-
joke
oh,
for a
I'm
while.
sorry.
Just water.
Yeah, that sounds like your
probably
mouth
Dr.
would be
Pepper or
dry.
something. I don't know.
Some milk
Your
from
drink
this
of
cow.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went out and got it right from the tap.
I hate milk. Ugh, no way.
That's what we're gonna make you try next. You're gonna have
Yes.
milk for the first
Cottage
time.
cheese
Oh,
on a salad with a side of milk. It's my daily lunch.
If you put $1,000 there and I had to eat all that, I don't think I'd take the money.
$1,000 for milk and cottage cheese.
Yeah, like I had to eat
You
a
don't
whole
need
bowl.
the money. That's
You
why.
need the money.
I could use money.
large curd.
Nobody's gonna put $1,000 online for you to
No,
watch you drink a cup of
absolutely
milk.
not.
I wouldn't touch it, is what I'm saying. No
No
way.
one's doing
Let
that.
alone eat it.
I couldn't. Oh, there's no way. No way. No, you could donate that money to
Bailey.
and I still wouldn't do it.
For those that
5,000?
missed that, on Thursday at 7:40, Bailey from Texas
Grow
Children's
up.
Hospital is going to be here as she is retiring. Her career comes to an end at the Positive Play program, but we're going to raise some money because they constantly are rotating in new special super dogs that are going to help the patients at Texas Children's Hospital. So 7:40 on Thursday. And the top dating red flags that you've been Googling, America.
What are they?
That many people have the same thing in common? We'll find out next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I think we all have our dating red flags, or we've had them when we were in our dating days.
That's a red flag. If we're dating someone, we're all
Well, we're all in a relationship now. I'm just talking about like when we were single, we had a code.
But we didn't
with
have
certain
Google
things.
to help us. Google tells us everything. You know, forget those doctors that went to college for half their life. WebMD told me what's wrong with me. I'm sure they love to hear that. How many doctors are like, well, I Googled this, and what I found on Google was I'm like, oh,
Although
God,
you do
get out of
see
my
some
office.
doctors, they will, and they'll go in another room on a computer.
And then they'll go find it
I'm
out.
sure
Look
Have
it
you
up.
caught your doctor Googling your problem?
Not my doctor, but I saw another doctor doing that.
Oh wait, when
But
I
they're
went,
like medicine or something.
when
like
I had a surgery for my torn
Muscle?
muscles here in my tummy, my doctor right before they put in the sleep medicine, he's like, "Don't worry, I looked at a YouTube video before I did this. You'll be just fine."
You're like, oh.
But because of Google, we can find basically everything, the answers to many, many things. And for people who are dating right now, it's a crazy world out there on those dating apps and people's behaviors and what's acceptable and not, and things that 10 years ago you thought was a blow-off move, like, no, I'm going to ghost you, is now just the norm. What we've learned in the last year of this show is that you earn the dinner date. You don't just get one. You know, because we got to make sure we're going to invest that kind of money and
Yep.
time
You
into
gotta
this
go to
person.
Starbucks of the world.
Because there is nothing really where, I mean,
first.
in my dating world before I got married, now that I've been married so long, you did the dinner date. And it's true. You are stuck for at least an hour and a half with someone that you automatically know within 10 minutes you did not vibe with. And you're like, this is going to be really
And you
fun.
want to do
would've
something
rather-
afterwards? It's like, oh.
No,
Yeah, but
thanks
I mean-
a lot. See
Yeah.
you later.
Do all guys, like, I never went into a dinner date with the expectation that I was getting something in return.
It's not that. I'm talking about a dinner date with somebody that you...
No, it's like you don't want to
you
be
but
with
I
it was
would
a
wanna
first
know,
date
like-
with someone
like-
that was a dinner date
You're
and you're
stuck.
not clicking.
Especially you go to that fondue place.
Oh my God, the melting
pot?
pot. You're there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Nice
I've
place,
never
but
been
holy
there.
crap.
Oh, dude.
That isn't a short visit to Modern. You don't
You're
go there if
there
you're
for
starving. You're going there
hours.
for snacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you're there for hours and hours.
Yeah.
I know it was big, like 70s, right?
And that was
I
a
don't
big thing.
know.
Fondue was like a very
my
cool
parents-
food that debuted, I think, in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then the fact that
The fondue pot.
the melting pot, I don't know if it has more than one location, but it's been across the street from my family's place forever.
Yeah.
It used to, actually, you know what's funny? That location used to be called You Are Cooks. So both of the businesses there were you make it yourself kind of places.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
It was like you build, you bake, you
I'll just
make
stay home
your own steak.
and make my own meat out, and it'd be cheaper.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
that's Korean
fine.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Is that
It's very
it is?
popular here.
Yeah.
You cook it yourself?
It really
Yeah.
is.
But do you
sit
leave
down-
your table to cook it?
No,
to cook
you
it?
literally sit down at a grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
They take the little stainless steel lid off of
You
it.
have
and
your
Hot
bowl.
pots, too.
You have
That
your
is
bowl.
my
You go
thing.
around
Oh, we're
and
gonna
you
have a
pick
little
out all the
field
little
trip
things.
What's
there.
that
and put it in.
with the pot? I wanted to
Hot
do.
pot.
Hot pot.
Oh, it's so good. You take shots of soju and you just have fun.
And the hot pot is what? You're making your own soup?
It's like a boiling broth filled with all these seasonings, and you take really thin strips of meat and kind of swish it around for maybe 20 seconds, and it's cooked.
Sounds
and
like
you
soup.
dip it in like sauces and stuff. It's
So I'm
really,
going to
really
guess
good.
that all these places you smell like the restaurant that you
Oh,
were
yeah,
serving
sure.
when you leave.
Yeah.
So you're just
sure.
you're
Sure.
making boiled meat.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what it looked like to me.
It's like, what's that thing you did? The
It's a
sous vide
delicacy.
yeah,
that you
sous
put
vide.
in.
The
Yeah,
sous
it's the
vide.
same
But
thing.
sous vide, though,
isn't it?
But the
you're
sous
cooking
vide,
to a
the
certain-
water doesn't touch the meat.
Yeah.
It's vacuum
Wasn't
sealed
it
in a bag.
broth technically
It's broth.
instead of
yes,
water?
Sam. It's
So-
We go to Chinatown. There's a bunch of them.
There's plenty, and I've been to
And
almost
on our
all
way,
of
we'll
them.
go get our
If
feet
you guys,
massaged.
Yeah.
listen, if you've
There's a lot
not
of
been,
foot massage places there
Among
too.
other
You might
things.
get something else massaged
Oh, what are you trying to say?
in that area.
no, what do you think about Chinatown, Ryan?
All right, what else? We know what Ryan likes to do, I guess.
Ryan thinks that
I'm not.
Chinatown is full of
Yeah,
salacious
no.
spas.
Let's be honest.
That's basically every other
If there's-
street in Houston
if
but
there's
Chinatown.
somebody,
That might be the one street you don't.
It's
if
not
there's
getting
somebody
it.
that's got an "we're open" sign at midnight and they're giving massages, chances are it's on your feet.
Nice one backwards.
Babe, let's keep it
Moving
moving.
along, Google released a list of the top dating red flags that people have been Googling over the past year. So these are the top ones. When somebody praises you or showers you with gifts early on and then turns psycho. Do you know what that's called?
Baby reindeer.
Probably. Love bombing.
Oh
They're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Yeah.
Love bombing has been bombing. Bombing has been Googled, like love bombing, being showered with gifts early on and then turns.
Because they expect an instant relationship.
They say that this is something cult leaders do.
They might control you.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Control you.
Yeah.
If you're
Watching
young, you
true
want that
crime. Is it a red flag if the girl I like watches a lot of true crime?
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they
She's
might try to murder
responsible.
you. No, what we learned, Sam, we learned that women like to watch true crime so we can know how to defend ourselves. Yeah. So we can see all the scenarios that exist in case a guy tries any of that.
Sam's doing a karate chop motion.
What is the percentage of that true crime like movies and podcasts? Is it
God, I feel like it's
70% women, do you
everything.
think? Or do you
I
think
feel
it's
like
50%?
that's
think
all my
so.
friends watch and
feel like-
listen to.
I feel like it's 80-20. My buddies will listen to like podcasts about sports or
Yeah.
like UFC.
I'm
or,
sure it's, I don't know. I feel like it would be high.
Is Loud Muffler
Oh,
on that
listen to
list?
this.
And loud muffler is not on the list.
I got you an answer, Eric.
Explain.
Because you got those people going by your house like with the his little Honda.
The worst.
It's like, who
But that's
are
not
you?
a dating red flag, though. That's just an
What?
annoyance in
That
your
just means
neighborhood.
you're a really obnoxious person
Then
that you feel like you've got to put this loud ass
I know.
muffler on your tiny
What are
car.
you overcompensating
Like, what
for?
is this about?
There's now that the G-Wagon, it's like $200,000. It's
Oh, my
electric.
God.
They have a speaker that makes the noise.
Oh, to make it sound
Really
like it.
obnoxious. Because I saw
that's
one
right, I learned
yesterday. It was
that.
really loud next to me. I'm
Oh.
like, what is this guy trying to prove?
I learned that about
It's electric.
cars.
It shouldn't make any noise.
Exactly.
Right, but electric cars will have a noise in the car because we as consumers are used to hearing the noise. So they have a noise.
That was in
the
that
car.
movie
That's
with
so weird.
Kevin James and Vince Vaughn, The Dilemma.
Yeah, they wanted that noise.
They wanted to make an electric car that made a noise, that made a rev.
Interesting.
And now they're
Oh,
doing
by the
it.
way, I got you an answer. So
Of what?
the people who listen to True Crime Podcast, 80% women.
I got it. It's 80-20.
Yeah. Other red flags have been Googled. Talking to an ex. Is talking to an ex a red flag? If it's okay if my current is still friends with his or her ex, is this a good thing or
Well,
a
it
bad
depends.
thing?
If it's an ex from like 20 years ago and they never lost contact and they just went
Oh.
into the friend zone.
I don't think it's a good thing. We see too many
listen-
Facebook friends now. They get back.
they get back together.
Yeah.
We dated 20 years ago, and I remember we went to Astroworld together.
I agree
That
with
was
you
so
there.
fun.
I just watched
If
some
they
movie.
just started hanging out with somebody from 20 years ago, then
Movie on
that's
Netflix
different.
with Brooke Shields and Benjamin.
I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
They
can't
used
believe
to
you
date.
watched that. I saw the
It's a
poster.
date
Because
thing.
last Sunday we watched that one Sam told me to watch with Anne Hathaway.
Was it The Idea of
Yeah,
You?
did you like
These
it?
names I can't remember these names anymore,
I
but
fell asleep in it.
I like that one a lot
Yeah,
more.
right?
This one was cute. Brooke Shields, though, the first 20 minutes, you're like, what's with her face? Because it's not fair because
She's not doing Botox.
we're
or
used to
anything.
her being like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
see her when she was the most beautiful woman in the world. It's not fair because
She
she was just
aged-
a regular actress.
She
would-
aged naturally.
That's what distracted you? Her face?
Yeah, the first 20 minutes because like I don't know if she had Botox or something with her eye. It was like
Huh.
no,
She
she
did
just
kinda
had
I
some
watched
more
only a few
wrinkles.
of
That's
it,
all.
minutes of it.
It's a cute movie, though.
I'll finish it.
Really?
Benjamin
It
Bryan.
doesn't seem like your vibe. That's why I'm shocked.
but her best friend is that girl that was such a jerk in The Hangover.
Yes. And she's in so many things.
She was
but
in
yeah.
Suits. She was the one in Suits that
She's the
got the Harvard kids.
You know, you blanked a cabana boy on that cruise. He was a
Oh, yeah,
bartender.
yeah,
Like, and she's like,
she was the mom in
Diary of a Wimpy
Diary
Kid.
of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know who else is in that?
Because of The Hangover, she was such a jerk.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't stand
You
her.
come into the preconceived notion. Also, Kevin, you know that guy, Wilson Cruz, the guy from Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Culber, he's in that one.
well,
He's-
back to the red
he's
flags
gay
of
friend.
dating.
Oh, yeah.
We're really going off on a
yeah.
tangent.
Somebody
Sorry.
single is like, what's the
sorry.
other one?
We're out of time.
The last one is double texting. When they send follow-up text before you even replied to the first one. Oh, that's me. I quadruple text.
Immediate block.
It's not always a red flag, but it could be a sign they're obsessive or controlling if somebody double texts you.
Immediate
Follow-up
block.
before you
Especially, it's
even
like, where are you
reply.
at? Or what you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's Baby
You
Reindeer.
see me? Where are you? Oh, what does
If
that
you
sound
send
like,
me
Kevin?
question marks. Ugh.
Who's that tart? Is that the one?
Oh, my name's a nibble.
Didn't she send like 43,000 texts?
I did not. I did not.
I would not do
It was nothing. That's an overblown.
There's only
Number.
25,000.
There's no facts there. You have nothing to back that up.
Okay.
Except for 700 emails.
Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, if you are that person that bought a movie poster for Star Wars or some movie you're thinking, well, I'm going to hold on to this because someday it's going to be bringing me some cash, I now have the list of the most valuable movie posters that exist.
Ooh, what could it be?
Does anybody in here
Jaws.
have one in their movie room, perhaps?
Oh,
No.
Let's see.
There's only one of us that have a movie room.
Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm lucky.
Proud to present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
Okay, just want to remind you guys that today is the last day of Live Nation's concert week where you can score some tickets for just $25. And that is, go to livenation.com. They've got Glass Animals there, New Kids on the Block, Megan Trainor, Missy Elliott, Dan and Shay, and many more. So that is the last day today, livenation.com for $25 minimum amounts of tickets for concert week. We also have Austin City Limits coming back in October, right? That's 2 weekends. It's 9 stages. It's 2 weekends. And just be listening for your chance to score the Austin
10
City
a.m.
Limits Music
Yep.
Festival
Oh, nice.
experience. 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
Yep.
That's your chance to score tickets. Who's going to be there? Chris Stapleton, Blink 182,
Very
Dua
excited.
Like
Lipa,
that?
Benson Boone, Teddy Swims, and so many more.
We'll see if Sam stays awake. She only got 2 hours of sleep.
She's got her,
Sam was
her
playing
Ric
yesterday
Flair
for hours.
wound.
That's why you're getting, yeah.
She's got
Yeah.
her-
The weather kept her awake all day and all night.
These
Okay.
chips are giving me life. Thanks, Ryan.
That's right, Tuesday chips. Okay, real quick. Snoop Dogg and Michael Bublé are going to be joining The Voice, Eric.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
I like
We were
that.
just talking about Michael Bublé yesterday, how we liked him so much in concert. We actually liked his music, but we liked his talking more.
Yep.
And he
Oh,
is
okay.
taking one of the
But Snoop is not a vocal coach.
But Snoop is he's
a
an
brand.
astute businessman. He
Yeah.
knows what's going to sell.
Season 26
Like
of
the
The
vibe.
Voice is going to spin out Gwen Stefani, spin in Michael Bublé. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Gwen Stefani, Reba McEntire will still be there. It's, who's on right now? It's,
I don't even know. Is Reba?
Reba's going to stay, Gwen's going to stay. It'll be Snoop, Michael Bublé, Reba, and Gwen. So that means they're going to spin
Will
out.
they change it too much? I just
They do.
John Legend and Chance the
Like, I
Rapper?
thought Blake Shelton was on that, but
retired.
what?
He retired.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's who I thought was
Well, I
still
think
on
that's
there.
part of that show is that they keep that roster rotating,
Yeah.
unlike American Idol, where they have their solid crew for
For some
many
reason,
years.
I'm on the Blake Shelton algorithm of him singing the Fall Guy theme.
Oh, because
Oh,
really
is it based on the TV one?
Yeah, that's
he
what-
doesn't
that's
say
the
Farrah
premise
Fawcett
is.
at the beginning.
Oh, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that
I've
part.
never been out with anything less than a 9. So
fine.
fine.
Wow, the fact that you remember that theme song.
I know.
is
I
pretty
don't know
amazing.
why. I can't remember my algebra,
But I remember
that stupid song.
That's right. And getting to things that you hold on to, hoping A, you don't have a house fire, and B, it pays off one day. When I was in high school, there was a friend of mine who loved to collect movie posters, and he would ask the movie theaters, because that was the thing to do. We'd watch movies,
Yeah, they
right?
just give them away.
And you'd ask the theater, can I have this poster? And they would let you have it. And
When
he
it's
was
done with its run.
super pristine about keeping them in this plastic envelope.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd keep them, like, you know what a trundle bed is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it slides out
Okay,
from below.
remove the mattress, and that casing for the trundle is where he kept
All
the
his
movie
posters.
posters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So actually, I'd like to know if he ever made some money
Did he
on
keep
those
them flat,
posters.
or did he
'cause-
roll them up?
Flat. He kept them flat in a plastic envelope.
Oh,
He'd
they're
get them
worth
from the
more.
movie theater,
Wow.
and he kept them flat in a plastic
I bet
envelope
they're
in the
worth
trundle.
jack crap.
Maybe so.
I mean, if you're seriously thinking about entering the investing world, movie posters probably not where you want to go.
because it's the time and
Yeah, I wouldn't
Specific-
think that was the.
Especially in a time
Specification.
machine, it was 1940.
right. And so you're like in Back to
take
the
those.
Future, where you get
Oh,
that
like
almanac.
Citizen Kane?
Yeah.
So Leonardo DiCaprio is rumored to be the owner of the most expensive movie poster ever sold. It is for a movie called Metropolis, Fritz Lang's Metropolis.
Oh, I know that movie.
It sold in 2005 for $690,000. Metropolis came out in 1927.
It's really amazing. It's like this robot, this golden robot. You've seen that image before.
Looks like something from the Queen of the band.
It does
Queen
look like something
put
that
on their
Queen would
CD
have on
cover.
it. Yeah.
So they didn't say who bought it, but it's heavily rumored that it's Leo's poster.
He doesn't want
somewhere in
people
his
to know
house.
because they'll break into his house.
$690,000.
Don't want to scare his teenager girlfriend.
Yeah. And then back when in like the 30s when Dracula came out, you would think that okay, so Dracula is
Bela
a
Lugosi.
man who is a vampire, right? He sleeps in a coffin. Is he a vampire? Or what do you call Dracula?
He's a
vampire, right?
vampire.
Okay, okay.
Vampire.
So you would think that the poster would have something to do with that, but the poster really was just like a menacing face of a man.
There's no eyeball.
There's no
see
fangs in the poster. The Dracula poster is the second most expensive movie poster in history.
Oh, yeah, that's Bela Lugosi.
And it sold for $525,800.
Oh, my God.
And there's no fang or something scary,
People
no
got too much
caved
money.
man in the picture. It's just a man's face that looks really menacing. It just says Dracula.
I think when rich people are bored, they want to acquire crap.
See, I'd rather have like the memorabilia stuff that's like a Star Wars gun or something.
yeah, like
Not
a prop, something
prop.
from a movie or TV
Do you have
show.
a
Not a
Casablanca poster in your movie room? You
I
had
used to
Roadhouse.
back in the day.
Do you have Forrest Gump? You had Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump, Goodfellas, Dirty Dancing. No, not Dirty Dancing. When Harry Met Sally.
Okay, and
loved
Casablanca
that
is the
movie.
third most expensive poster. It sold for $478,000.
That's the original right there.
The original Casablanca movie poster. So these are really go old school.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing like really current.
It's the
King
new
Kong
ones.
was from like, I don't know, the King Kong came out in the 30s. I didn't
The
know that.
30s, yeah. The Empire State Building had just opened.
I had no idea that was a movie
also,
from the 30s.
Dracula was one of the first movies ever made. Was the Nosferatu one.
Oh, that's a different one. Nosferatu was different. Now, here's something interesting. All those old horror films that they did in the 1930s, they basically filmed it with two different casts, one English, one Hispanic. And they say that the Spanish version, same sets.
In
They'd
back
bring
in those years?
Yeah, and they'd bring in a different set of actors at night, and they'd film it in Spanish.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
I
you
was
can
wondering
actually
about that. They
find a
should
lot
do
of
that more.
It is pretty
Yeah,
odd
it'd
when
be
you
good
watch
to
a
do it
different
instead of
language
in modern
movie.
day.
But instead of overdubbing the voices of
Yeah,
Tom
just bring
Cruise.
in different actors.
Well, I think I enjoy it better when you can see the actor, but you read the subtitles of the different
Oh, then
language
I missed the
versus
movie.
overdubbing.
I didn't want to watch a movie to read.
No.
I don't know,
No,
but
you
it's
don't
so
like it
weird
because
they
you
don't
can't play with your
match.
phone.
Like Money Heist, I know people say it's so great with their real voices.
Uh-huh.
And it was a little weird hearing them because it doesn't match all the time.
No.
But I don't know. I just like it that way.
Dubbed over.
Dubbed over.
There's a movie on Netflix. It's called The Empress or something, and that's dubbed over from I don't know what language it is, and it's so odd because you think that's their real voices, and you're like, wait, they're not matching. Anybody watch The Empress on Netflix?
Nope.
It was like 5 episodes.
Like the Korean movies, I watched those and dubbed as well. Ahmad likes those movies.
It ruins me when their
What
mouth
if
is
somebody
still
dubbed
moving.
us over on
Yeah.
podcast?
That was my big problem.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Irvin, on our next digital short on Reels,
Uh-huh.
we'll get dubbed over in a different language.
Oh, that'd be funny.
while we're talking.
That's hot.
It's
That'd be
like
so funny.
the Astros
language?
in that commercial.
Oh, when they're
with
doing their
comment?
telenovela?
Yeah.
For HEB? We should do that. Okay, that's the next project for the Rule and Ryan Show.
Now,
Here we go.
time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down. in H-Town.
All right, trustees in Klein ISD have vowed to re-examine safety and security practices on their campuses in light of a string of recent teacher arrests that have brought statewide attention. I mean, some trustees addressed the multiple arrests of former Klein ISD staff charged with everything from child pornography to sexual assault and trafficking of minors.
Good Lord.
I think you better do a little bit more vetting there. My God. And now a Katy ISD teacher has been arrested for having child porn. James Paul Stone admitted to producing some of the images that were found. Thousands of images found at Stone's Katy home. Some photos were taken on school grounds, beaches, the Katy area swimming pools. Katy ISD said Stone was an educator at Tompkins High School, but hadn't been on campus since last week. Well, this didn't just happen over the course of a couple of days. The district also said he would not return. Well, thank God. I would think so. He was arrested and taken to Fort Bend County Jail. Officials say he was charged with 10 counts of possession of child pornography. He's expected to be moved to Montgomery County
What's
Jail.
so horrifying about the whole thing?
I hope they put him in general pop.
Yeah, the whole thing that makes it so much more terrifying is that for any parent who has a child in that area, your child may have been a victim of this and you don't even know it, because he was going to public pools, he was going to all these places and taking these images of kids.
It's sad that you have to think this way, but you got to figure anybody that's applying for a job that works with children, you have to really scrutinize, because that's a pedophile's
problem
playground.
is these people are so good at hiding it.
They're so good at hiding it. Oh, he's such a great guy. Everyone loves him. Coach so-and-so is so good with all the kids. Yeah. And then you're just like, your whole world shatters because you're like, how can you trust anybody?
Well, at least they got one off the streets.
Ugh, gosh. Okay, well, listen, let's talk about what happened on Revenge today, because, oh, man, somebody got wrong. They made it right. And this is talk about the ride or die friendship. Do you have a ride or die friendship? This girl went to bat for another girl and got on our show for revenge. You'll hear it next on The Roula and Ryan Show.